Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick explanation video for the predictions that I made before the polls close. So very briefly, that goes for Democrats. Very briefly, let me start with Texas. Texas is going to go for Donald Trump. It's going to be very close, and the polls show that, and the turnout shows that. But I don't think that the demographics are there yet. I don't think the rural to urban divide is still tilted in favor of Republicans, and the Mexican American vote there tends to be slightly more conservative as a proportion of the population than Latinos elsewhere in the country. So I think that Donald Trump will take Texas. Arizona, I think, is going to be one of the first states that flips from Republican to Democrat. And I believe it's because of the type of Republicans that were there, Jeff Flake, John McCain, which Donald Trump was sort of humiliated. The suburban vote there is completely against Donald Trump, and they switched across to the Democrats. You saw that in 2018 with Kristen Sinema, and I think Democrats are going to take the state. Nevada, I also think the Democrats are going to take the state because of the strength of unions, as well as the underpolling as to actual results that happened in 2016 and in 2012 and in 2008. Democrats sort of overperform. Even though the state has been massacred by coronavirus and Trump's open the country rhetoric sells there, and the polls show it that it does, I think that Democrats are going to take the state. And with Iowa, I think that Donald Trump is going to win in Iowa because I think Joe Biden has made some mistakes, specifically with regard to the oil industry, and Trump is gaining back strength with rural voters. And in a place like Iowa, I think that's going to push him over the edge. I also think he's going to win North Carolina for the same reason. Joe Biden's going to win Virginia. I think that Joe Biden is going to win Wisconsin also, and Michigan, and Pennsylvania, but lose Ohio. And this will essentially decide the election for Donald Trump. I think that he has not matched his rhetoric with policies, and he made a lot of big promises and won over a lot of the union vote. And it's not he doesn't have that same magic anymore because of his tax policies. It's just been the opposite of what he wanted to do. And I think also Joe Biden is associated with the auto bailout, and that played and was very important for the Rust Belt. So I think that this area is going to be the place that elects Joe Biden. In the Sun Belt, the remaining Sun Belt states, I think that Donald Trump will win Florida. It's his home state, and he has his message about anti-socialism plays very well with the Cuban American population, and the polls show it. Also, in certain, the Republican registered voters in suburban areas have been turning out, and that should worry Democrats. And I think Florida is going to make this race close, and is going to go for Donald Trump. I think he's being polled. It happened in 2018, and it also happened in 2016, where Republicans overperformed. And I think Donald Trump is going to overperform tonight, even though there's a large older vote segment of the population. I don't think it's going to be enough because Trump made that up with Latino voters. Georgia, I think, is my final state. And it's a state that I have specific interest in because of what's happening. It's considered the state of Black excellence. And Stacey Abrams has built a legendary turnout machine. And you see that in the early vote with about 95% of the state coming out to vote early. So she's done a really, really good job at that. Also, they have 2 open Senate races. And that is just sort of creating an atmosphere that everybody's sort of energized. And I think that with the early turnout, especially among minorities at historic levels, and the suburban areas also turning out, which have turned against Donald Trump, I think it's going to be enough for the Democrats to take Georgia too. Yeah, so that's my short prediction and explanation why.